never really saw my biological mother nor my biological father. But there's a lesson in it all. Allah is the only reality. Although I didn't have my biological mother and father, I still had a mother and a father that was able to take me in and take care of me. I never needed or wanted for anything. And the lesson that I got out of this is sometimes we'll receive help, and we should look at it as help, even from those who we don't expect to give the help. Sometimes those who we expect to be there won't be the ones who are going to be there to take you to the next level. But allow God to use whomever as a vessel to take you where He wants you to go in His time. My name is Brother Ben X. I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I've been able to do many things, accomplish many things, even help many people. But many people don't know this whole journey started in prison.
His biological mom is my first cousin. So I was always telling my cousin about his older sister, give me that baby. Let me take care of this baby. And then she said, well, once you write your cousin and she's in jail again, once you write her, maybe she'll let you have this baby. So I wrote her, and she agreed. She gave birth to him. They took her back to prison. I drove from Irvin to Galveston and picked him up.
My name is Brother Ben X, founder of the Digital Real Estate Program. I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I was born in prison, actually. My first time seeing my biological father was in his casket. I recall seeing my biological mother maybe one time. I have 21 biological brothers and sisters, so I'm one out of 21. Of course, I haven't met all of them. 6 of them I've met. 4 of them I know well because although we didn't grow up together, I used to go to East Texas where they stayed every blue moon and spend time with him.
My oldest brother out of Joyce Brown, which is his paternity mother, and he is one of the very distant one that I grew up with.
So I was really fairly young whenever, I was living with our mom and his dad, actually, my older brother, Pierre. Him and I were both living with Ben's father and our mother. When Ben was born, it was all, I didn't get to see him. It was once our mom got out, still didn't get to see him because Adrian had him. And so I only got to see him every now and then whenever I was living out there. When I was living with my mom, Adrian would come drop him off for a couple of days or maybe for a day or something like that from what I can remember. And we would spend the day, I was just telling my sisters, he literally looked like the same kid from when we was a kid. When I was a kid, I still see him to this day as being that long-haired little boy. He still looks the same.
He was born he barely made it, you know what I'm saying, just as far as on my end, because I knew how my mother was in the streets, you know what I'm saying. So it was just blessed, you know what I'm saying, that he was able to be here. That's what I can say. He just blessed to be here, seriously. But like I said, where he was born at, every should know, he was in prison. So when my aunt got him, you know, she nourished him.
It's like a curse. This old lady that used to live across the street from us, named Miss Rose, used to always tell me, you're not gonna ever have your own kids, because you wasn't put here to have your own kids. You always got one on your hip, one holding your hand, the other one pulling on your clothes. So you're put here to take care of other people's kids. So I've been raising kids since I was 12.
She got him, I think he was a few days old. I wasn't just there, but the family knew about it. And his mom has always loved children. She practically had a raising and all. She's like the second eldest grandchild, so she's had some part in raising everybody up under her anyway. But she didn't really depend on people. She had been ready to have her own child. And I think I may have watched him with my little sister twice. And he cried a lot. He had the willpower to do it all day long until his mom came back.
He was a crybaby. That boy was a cry. I forgot about that. Yeah, he did cry a lot. He did. He was a mama's boy. He was very spoiled, I'll put it like that.
So he probably didn't even know what a pillow felt like. I let him sit right here, and when I got ready to move, I just slide from up under him and do what I had to.
Once he went to sleep.
He's a good baby. He's still a good baby. I don't have one.
Me and Pedro, we was the oldest, and so we encountered it, we embraced it, you know what I'm saying? That was our brother, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So we always played, you know what I'm saying, enjoyed our time always together, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. But it was already short, you know, maybe a day or two, you know what I'm saying. She come down and visit, you know what I'm saying, they shoot back, you know. Even at the end though, you know what I'm saying, our communication as far as just like on the phone or chatting and stuff like that, it was very short as well though. Like when we see each other, we just enjoyed the time that we had, you know what I'm saying. It was, you know, so yeah.
I had to start working third shift because I knew couldn't nobody keep him. So I worked third shift. He worked second shift. So if he couldn't see me or smell me and he wasn't in my presence of me holding him, he cried.
It was a childhood that made me look within and really find a relationship with God. Being the only child, not having that somebody in the house that was around my age that probably was into what I was into, it caused me to have a lot of self-talk. I used to tell people I talk to myself all the time. I had two best friends, one called Lyric, the other one called Bambino. How I came up with those names, I had no idea.
Start having these imaginary friends.
He's always had him. He's sitting there talking to me. Who you talking to? My friend. What friend? And he'll give him a name.
I was just chilling. You know I be chilling. Just shut up. Yeah, you shut up. I got something to say. You talk too much. What? We need to leave, man. Oh, chill out. Yeah, I was trying to. Alright, I'm coming with you then. Yeah.
Jam man. Boy, he's cool. Who was it? Brother Ben X. His name Brother Ben X. Brother Ben X. And he jamming. Cold, man. This boy here, cold. He got a website? He got a website? What is it? brotherbenx@gmail.com. He just put out a website. brotherbenx@gmail.com. brotherbenxmusic.com. Man, I'm finna go. Yeah, I'm gonna jam that. What's going on? What's going on, brothers? Hey, I just want to introduce you all to the Final Call newspaper, man. Y'all ever had one of these?
Final Call News? No, I never had one of these. What's this? Who you?
Yeah, black-owned newspaper that goes out every week, man, just to keep the community conscious about what's going on in the world, man, and give you knowledge itself, man. Go ahead, check that out. Final Call newspaper. Oh, you with you with Farrakhan? Then y'all killed Malcolm? No, they didn't kill Malcolm, boy. Oh no, sir, man. That's what they want everybody to think, man. But nah, that ain't what happened, man. Man, how you know? Cause I was watching Vlad TV the other day. They was just interviewing Malcolm X's daughter. She said that they even tried to apologize to her, and they said they had nothing to do with the Nation of Islam. I mean, come on, bro. You know about COINTELPRO.
Y'all niggas ain't got no bean pies. No, y'all got the bean pies.
Nah, I ain't got no bean pies on me though. We trying to get some. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get some in maybe this month for you.
All right, well, shit. I'm gonna go and get you a paper, man. I'm gonna go and get you a paper. Support Black Beard. You know what I'm saying? Black Beard. You understand me? I support Black Beard, you know what I'm saying? I be on that, you know what I'm saying? I be on that Black Power stuff, bro. It's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm really just still learning, you see what I'm saying? Okay, well that's a bet then. I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna mess with you then. All right then.
You still, yeah, the $2?
Oh yeah, your $2. Okay, my bad. Shh. You know what I'm saying? Black Power, you know what I'm saying? Here you go, Kim folk. All right now. And y'all still, Assalamualaikum salam.
All right. Walaikum salam. All right.
Boy, it's assalamu alaikum.
So when I first met Ben, I was like, man, he wasn't talking, right? I'm like, man, I don't know if you ever saw the movie Life, but it was like, Can't Get Right. And I was like, man, is he slow or something? Because he wasn't really talking. Like, he just like one word answers. Like, yeah, you do. He's like, He'll just shake his head. I'm like, this dude, can't he talk? I thought it was mute or something.
Ben just sits and smiles. And that's the funny part, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the way he been. He ain't changed. He done got more outspoken. He used to be where he didn't talk and express his feelings like that.
But in person, he's very different. He has to warm up to you, sort of say, or it has to be something to talk about.
Quiet, shy, couldn't get a read of him. You know, Ben really didn't, wasn't very outspoken. You know, he just kind of laid back, kind of just shake his head, yes, no, yes, no.
You know, when you guys see Brother Ben online, like myself, he's very talkative, he's very communicative. It's very rarely that he doesn't have something to say when you see him online.
Like, that's the thing, he wouldn't talk to you when he was younger. If he didn't know you, he was like real standoffish and he was real guarded. And you could tell, like I said, from that beginning, it's through trauma. When you go through some type of trauma the way you've been through, now having his mom, his real mom or dad that passed away, that's some real serious stuff. Like, you have no support group. So, you know, to create that, to have people support you in your life and you believe in those people that surround you and put people around you that believe in you, and for being still to be a positive person, that's good, because a lot of people like him don't turn out the way he is right now.
This is where me motivating myself came from. Me being self-motivated, not needing somebody to motivate me, not needing somebody to tell me to go study. Me being in that environment where, you know, my parents, we didn't have a relationship where we came in and we sat at the table and we had family talks. When I came in the house, you know, I come in the house and I just go straight to my room, or whenever something needed, this is when we had conversations. So it wasn't many family nights, game nights, things of that nature. I always had to look within and see, how could I make my life fun? How could I make my life entertaining? How could I be more productive? That's where me always wanting to be productive come from. I don't need a lot of vacations. I don't need a lot of, you know, let's go out and play. That's because that wasn't my childhood.
Ben wasn't a bad kid, my opinion. He was not a bad kid, just rotten, spoiled rotten. He was not bad.
He was bad. He was real bad.
Yeah, he was just, you know, adventurous. He'll jump off the bed. He, you know what I'm saying, he used to watch wrestling. So he used to do, like, I'll be standing there. He might come up and do the little China finishing move where he just basically punched me in the groin. He fighting. He played hard, you know, broke stuff.
I don't know. He was really into wrestling growing up, like WWE, Smack. Like dude, that's what's his thing, was wrestling. He had all the action figures and Triple H, and he could tell you about all of them. That was kind of his thing growing up. When that time I did get to spend with him.
Sure, he got me my first whooping by my mama Adrian. He did a backflip off the TV when I was supposed to watch it.
My mama used to mess with Ben because he was bad, just running around, you know. She used to call him Dragon Tails.
His mom was like my aunt for real, so I'll just go over there regardless. So sometimes I come over and he'd be hyped, like, hey, you want to play the game? You want to do this? Let me show you this. Let me show you that. And sometimes he just didn't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be like, act like he ain't happy to, you know what I'm saying? See, but he not mad at you, just chilling. He might be in his own head. He might be trying to do something. I don't know.
I snuck a girl in the house while mom and daddy was gone. He wouldn't never come out the room, so I'm gonna tell mama on it. So he told mama, I got in trouble for that.
And Mama TT, you know, she caught on, and that's when everything just like came together. We just started like, you know, going to family functions. You know, Mama Hall used to babysit me, you know, babysit my other brother Paint. And it's just, you know, just became family, you feel me?
His hair was like literally like long. He had it pressed down. I'm talking about straight and calm. I'm talking about literally like he was just, you gotta just see him.
When I say bad, it just means Ben was like always up to something, a prank, you know what I'm saying? Or just like he fast, so he was zipping around. You know, he used to come spend the night, and him and my brother used to get a whooping for playing basketball in the room. And it was always something when Ben come through. You know, we used to call him Ben Bad for 7 years.
He had his own personality, own mind. He said that I was the knucklehead, so I leave, but I wouldn't take my brother. Sometimes he wanted to come, but I was like, nah, where I'm going, you can't go. You gonna get me in trouble. So I made sure he didn't watch me. So I let him stay at the house, play the game. All he wanted to do was play basketball.
Basketball has always been a dream of mine, a release of mine. Whenever I was mad, sad, upset, basketball was that release. And I always had dreams of going to the NBA. I thought I was gonna be playing basketball until I was 80-something.
He played football just as well as he played basketball. He was two-way sport. He started out playing football. He took a like to football, and the organization that he played football with had a basketball
I met Ben
organization.
Quan when he was 10 years old, and it was just a coincidence that I seen Kent.
He come home one day, he told his mom, he said, I want a basketball goal. Of course, she gonna buy him whatever he want. So we put the goal up, he set it up, and shoot basketball all day up until dawn. If it got cold, he would still go outside and shoot. He didn't care. Then put on some warm-ups, you know, prepare yourself for the coldness. He started out doing that, but you know, once he started working out, he started sweating, he started getting hot. You look out the door, he out there in a t-shirt, and it's 50 degrees, 40, 50 degrees outside. He's shooting on a t-shirt.
He was cold at football and basketball. He was nice. He played quarterback. He was like, you know, the quarterback that get to run all the time. He could throw. That, like I said, with Ben, anything he pick up still real good. So when he got good at basketball, it was like he's just real good. His jump shot was crazy. Like he could really shoot.
He used to have braids, so you just see this little guy on the court with this little body, big head, and he just crossing everybody. He always got some move. He always, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, man. He just all about that action, you know.
When people say ball is life, that was really my life. Every day I had to go to the gym. Every day I had to go to the rec center. No matter if everybody going there or not, I'm in there getting my shots up, practicing, playing fake one-on-one against myself. That was really my lane and my lifestyle at that time.
Justice for the family of a murdered teenager came with ugly consequences inside and outside of a Fort Worth courtroom. The convicted killer made a profane outburst and was hauled away moments after he was sentenced. Broderick Patterson got life in prison for murdering Eric Forrester, a high school honor student who was shot and killed when he interrupted a burglary in his home in 2010.
So the only time I actually saw him shut down when it came to basketball is when his best friend went to jail.
I had a best friend, Boogie, growing up, and me and him used to play basketball all the time together. That's who I leaned on. That's who I talked to growing up. Boogie, he was like my blood brother, but wasn't blood brother. Whenever he would run away or dealing with somebody at his home, he would come to our house. He also was somebody I played basketball with all the time. I'm talking about it can be 110 degrees. We outside hooping. We outside playing.
Moments later, outside court, that man who appeared to be with the Patterson family attacked one of our photographers. Fox 4's Dion England was there as it all unfolded. Dion.
Well, that's right. 6 hours of sentencing deliberations over 2 days. And when the judge uttered those words, life in prison, well, 18-year-old Broderick Patterson just snapped.
I love you, Mom. You hear me? I love you. Little all y'all, rock out, little Patterson. All y'all, jury. All y'all. All y'all, state. All y'all, home.
I remember the first time I got the car. I think my mom told me that Boogie had got picked up, going to prison, and the charge, you know, the capital murder charge. The first time I got it, a couple of days before that, we was texting. You know, I didn't know about the situation. I didn't know about anything that he had did or was a part of. So when I got the news, I didn't believe it. I'm like, what, Boogie in, you know, going to jail, going to prison? So I'm texting him, hey man, where you at? What you doing? You know what I mean? I'm trying to see if I can get a response, and I never got a response. I tried to call, never got a response. And then one day, man, I'm looking at TV, or it's on TV, and news clip comes up, Broderick Patterson, you know, and then he went off, you know, inside of the courtroom, and I was like, man, you know, I couldn't believe it, man, because I knew things that we talked about our future, about going to the NBA. If we don't go to the NBA, him rapping and all these type of things. We used to talk about this type of stuff in middle school. I'm talking about planning. I'm talking about what we're gonna do when we grow up. We was talking about presidents. Like, we was deep, like, at a young age, and this is who I converse with. So when that happened, man, it really made me go harder, because the first letter he wrote to me, he talked about he wished that he would give his soul to trade places with me. Not that he wanted me to necessarily be in prison, but him just to be out, because he had a stepfather that was on him about discipline, on him about making the right decisions, but he couldn't see it while out in the world. But when he got in, he was like, man, I wish I would have listened, because he was trying to warn us, he was trying to tell us, he was trying to really save us. And he said I was like his guardian angel. But when I left, he didn't have that positivity around him.
On your journey of manifesting your own reality, you're going to gain a lot, but you're going to lose as well. But if you submit your will to do the will of God, this will allow you to see the bigger picture. Although you will lose some, everything happens for a reason. It doesn't mean stop. It doesn't mean abort the mission. All we should do is get the lessons that's going to lead to the greater blessings. Although I couldn't save my brother Boogie, but at the same time, his letter to me let me know that with my positive influence and my example, I can save people. That reminds me of a quote from the Honorable Muhammad. He said, you never have to condemn a dirty glass. Just put a clean one next to it.
His dream was always to play at South Oak Cliff. South Oak Cliff, for those that don't know, it's a historic program in Dallas, the state of Texas, really. And it's almost every neighborhood kid's dream that plays basketball to come to South Oak Cliff in high school and play basketball. And so Ben was no different. That was his goal. That was his dream, to come to SOC. So I was just fortunate enough to be there to watch him come in as a youngster, as a ninth grader. He had a good ninth grade year, played ninth grade basketball, but we seen the potential right off. And so that sophomore year came in immediately on the varsity, and Ben ended up starting for us.
I met Ben around, I think he was about 11 and 12 years old when I first met him and I observed him. I used to always see Shorty just, you know, sitting in the gym just working out by himself. Then next thing you know, one day I'm at the high school, it was like during Christmas break or Thanksgiving break or something like that, and it was South Oak Cliff. They come out, they was playing at a tournament in Arlington, and I looked up, I said, oh damn, that's that little Shorty, you know what I'm saying, to be at the gym. And, I'm sitting in the crowd and I'm telling cats, I'm like, hey, that little Shorty be at the gym by herself, putting in work, like Shorty on a different level. I said, man, I be looking at him, he be so locked in. I said, it just amazed me to see somebody that young, so focused and so locked in without somebody really telling them to do it.
You ain't heard about Bitcoin? It was 3 players. It was him, Sibo, and Dennis. They used to call him CP3 because they all was just, I mean, they was it. And I can't remember what game, but every time they passed Ben the ball, he was just threes. Like every time he got down the court, 3 3. We was at Kincaid though. Oh, it was so long ago. I can't remember.
It's like sophomore year, he had issues coming from, I think it was Lincoln or somewhere like that, some school, but he ended up going to DeSoto. And I was training kids playing basketball, and we met at the Dallas Heroes facility, had him training, and I knew he could shoot. He wasn't really talking. His stepfather used to always talk. Ken used to always be the talker. So Ben wasn't talkative. So I knew, like, when you were a special kid, because I was a bad kid coming up. So I was on a little buzz. I was real bad fighting all the time. So when I met Ben, I seen his I felt this energy, like he was different. You know what I'm saying? Special, like a special kid in a way, not in a negative way, more in a positive way, but misunderstood.
South Oak Cliff is basically, it's in the midst of all that's going around. The school is kind of like an oasis. And so in the street that he stayed on, and that's ironic because the same street that he stayed on is the same street that I grew up on. It's called Fortune Lane. And so Fortune Lane is right there in the midst of all that. And so Ben was one of those kids, his whole focus was basketball. He was basketball 24/7.
At 5'9", could do it all. Undersized, but play big. You know, people say diamond in the rough. I was like, man, that's All-American. And by the time his sophomore year, he was All-American.
Small statistics about our student athletes, it's important for us, and we categorize them in 2 different categories. One is athletic and one is academic. And here's a short statistics. In 2013-2014, we had 3 sports with 65 athletes overall. 11 of them achieved the All-Conference Awards, Athletic All-Conference Awards. 1 achieved the All-American Award. 24 achieved a All-Academic Award. 21 of them will be graduating this year. Coach Carter, can you please come?
It's a great day to be a son. This first award goes to a young man who started 2 years at Cedar Valley as an incoming freshman out of DeSoto High School. He led the conference this year, scoring at 27.4 points a game, 9 assists, and 4 steals a game. He was honored as one of the top 15 players in Division III basketball in the country. He has an opportunity, he don't have an opportunity. Next week, he will be going to Las Vegas to play in the NGCA Division III All-Star Game. He received 13 All-American this year, being one Petty.
Started off fresh as fruit, hit the block, see the stars in the crescent. If you start, we intend and address you. After dark, we in Tim's in a sweatsuit. Word to Jamal, word to Taki, I kill for them bars, nobody can stop me. Fuck all that breeze, chill out shit. I'm about to make an announcement. Musta forgot who you round. Squad 7, so stand me up in my coffin. I can never fall down, Allah raises to me please. As you see, I go up every downfall. I hear you other niggas talking. I just spoke to Sinatra. Say he gave the word to the shooter. Dead end, roll, wrong turn, knock your mouth off. I'm a god in the flesh and clean. Bruce Wayne, darkest tent. I'm Arkham's Knight. I'm Khalid Muhammad. I'm Joe Steve. Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Supreme regime, come with the hardest in the land. No, we riding for the lamb. Muhammad al-Rasulullah, boy, we don't negotiate demands. Freedom rides with the knots up. I wish a motherfucker would, I'm a woodchuck.
Ben can do it all on the court. He can go score when he wants to. People don't understand that, but he always looked to make other people look better. That's the one thing I like about him as a point guard. You know, he knew he can go score, but he always wanted to make his teammates look better too and shine and get the same spotlight he was getting.
He had the talent, and we've seen it, but he had the work ethic. He wasn't just naturally talented like they try to put off on most of our kids, like they're just naturally talented. No, he worked at what he had became, and his work ethic, and I can see that same work ethic today. It was there then. And so he just basically transferred his work ethic from that basketball discipline over into what he's doing now.
Imagine playing basketball since the age of 2, being a star since the age of 6. Your family expecting you to go to the NBA. Everybody in the hood expecting you to go to the NBA. You've bled, you've sweated, you've cried, you've dreamed. You spent many nights with this dream in your head. And then one day, all of that desire is gone. The love is depleting. And you have to make a decision to follow your heart or follow your childhood dream. This was one of the heaviest decisions I had to make. I didn't want to let anybody down. But if I followed what everybody else wanted, I would have been letting myself down.
Me dropping out of college, but most importantly, quitting basketball was one of the toughest decisions I ever made. Having parents who, I'm not their biological son. I look at them as my real parents, no matter what nobody say, but biologically, just actual facts-wise, they didn't have to take me in. So they took me in, they invested this money into me, they invested this time into me. I could have been in a whole nother place. I could have been in a foster home. So I'm grateful for everything. And I was upset at that time that I felt like I didn't get the support that I wanted, but at the same time, I understand their perspective as well. You know, I done invested money. We done travel AAU. I done paid for shoes. It was tough, man, because many was depending on me to go to the league. You know what I mean? That was going to be the way out. You know, I was going to be the first millionaire or first big guy, you know, in the family who could change everybody's life.
At the time, one of the assistant coaches at Lamar University and the second man in charge of the Cleveland Cavaliers, they were buddies. So it was all mapped out for Ben. Ben graduate, Ben was going to get a free invite to the Cleveland Cavaliers camp. And from what they tell me, that they were going to keep him until the last day, the last workout day, the last trial day. And like I said, it was all worked out.
I wasn't mad like my mom and daddy and them. They were mad. I just was like, shoot, if it's best for you, it's best for him. You know what I'm saying? I was mad, but I really wasn't mad because he was into this Muslim deep. So you know what I'm saying? If that brought him to something better and closer, I was with it.
I was sad, to be honest, because I really thought that, you know how you somebody's an athlete, they are a great athlete and they're gonna make it, especially with his hard work. He's very determined. When he put his mind to something, he really believed that, he's gonna accomplish it. Once he put his mind to it, he is going to accomplish it. And, he used to always say he gonna make it one day. And I'm like, yeah, you are. I mean, you pretty good. Everybody know you good. Everybody always tell you good. When he dropped out, I was just like, I'm confused. Like, why? And then when I realized it was for his religious belief, I can't say anything about that, because your beliefs are your beliefs. You believe what you believe, and hey, okay. But I still was just like, so what you gonna do now? Like, what's next? And he was just like, I'm just gonna study. I'm just like, me not understanding back then and me knowing now, okay, yeah, but we were younger. I'm like, you really quit so you can deal with all this funny business? Like, no. But he did, and I was just like, okay. But as the years went on, I was like, okay. And he was serious about what he did too. Whatever he wanted to do, he was serious about what he wanted to do and what he did.
So I'm grateful for everything, and but I was upset at that time that I felt like I didn't get the support that I wanted. But at the same time, I understand their perspective as well. I done invested money. We done travel AAU. I done paid for shoes, this and that. So it was tough, man, because many was depending on me to go to the league. You know what I mean? That was gonna be the way out. I was gonna be the first millionaire or first big guy, in the family who could change everybody's life. And I was always a star in really whatever I did, football, basketball, but basketball is what I kind of gravitated to. When I quit college, I was literally walking to the door, and I literally did this. God is my witness. I go to the door and I walk back. I say, man, dang. I will walk to the door, the coach's door, telling them I'm about to quit. Everybody else is over there playing basketball. They in practice. I'm supposed to be in practice. I'm walking to the door. I come back. The third time, this must have been God. I'm walking to the door and the assistant coach walks out. So I'm in the valley of decision now. I gotta let them know I'm not dressed for basketball. And I say, man, I forgot what I said, but I basically said, man, I don't want to do this no more, man. I want to leave. And I guess he told my dad. He called me, cussing me out. Man, what the F you up there doing? Take your ass in there to practice, da-da-da. He going in. I'm like, no, man, I'm leaving. I already had my stuff packed and everything, man. So my wife came up and she helped pack my bags and pack my clothes, and we was off to the races, man. I was on my own because I heard, because things was even said like, well, don't ask me for nothing, don't ask ask the nation, ask Brother Malik, you know what I mean?
So that's how we met, man. I was teaching at Cedar Valley College, and Brother Ben, as we know now, Brother Ben X was sitting in the front row in that Black Studies course.
How would you describe his personality when y'all first linked up after that test?
Brother Ben has a beautiful heart. Brother Ben is one of the most humble brothers I've ever met. And that heart is what I wanted to protect, because being older than Brother Ben, I've seen a lot more, I understand. certain things that I knew he was going to face. So I made it my duty to protect him. And when I say protect him, I mean in every sense of the word, mainly spiritually. I didn't want to see his spirit be stripped, as it oftentimes happened, unfortunately, for several reasons. And so I always would talk to him in the very beginning when I said we was talking every day and we was hanging out just about every day. I would always feed him words from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan of how to protect your spirit and how that is the most important thing that you have to protect, because that is a gift from God.
And that hurt me at the time, man, but I understand it. But at the time, I wanted that support for me finally making a decision for me. You know, me being an introvert also, I think, was because somebody was always speaking for me. This is what he do. This is what he. So I'm always quiet, the one in the background, because somebody else is always speaking on my behalf.
Been here before, and he didn't know how to cope. He had to learn how to cope with society today, like, cause when you think different, everybody think you weird, and it's like, you're not weird, bro. You're just not them. You don't think like them, and that's what make all the great people. Even you think about aviation back in the day.
Brother Ben smiled a lot, did this a lot, laughed a little bit, and didn't talk much. That's how it was, because he, from what I gathered from his mentality, was he was still trying to find out exactly, where he was mentally, educationally. How can he learn certain things? He's around a lot of people who know a lot more than him. This is what we used to talk about, because he told me one day, he said, man, Reese, you know so damn much. I was like, yes, sir. I said, I've been studying, man, for over 20 years. He said, I don't know that much, but what I do know, I'm very good at what I do know. And I told him, I said, continue to focus on building what you already have, and then branch off from there and continue to grow. Don't compare yourself to nobody else. Don't ever do that. So he was slightly introverted, when I first met him. But by the time the shifters started to come around, man, at that time he had studied the minister so much. He had been speaking more. He had been involved with the community. So he came out of that shell. It takes time. We all went through it. But yeah, he blossomed beautifully, brother. And he came into his own. So it was a pretty beautiful thing.
So now I'm in a position where the minister is saying, do for self. The minister is saying, debt is slavery. And then I'm already supposed to be on scholarship. I'm not on scholarship. When I came up there, I was told that everybody gonna cut their hair. If this one guy don't cut his hair, then you gonna get his position. Don't worry about it. He didn't cut his hair, and I'm still, paying this debt. So when I heard the minister say debt is slavery, plus the basketball conditions ain't what it is, and I'm truly, really falling out of love with it's not as fun anymore. It's starting to feel like a job to me. Y'all mad, you mad, this going wrong. And I'm like, man, this ain't even fun to me no more. So I started to feel better giving the teachings to people. At that time, I haven't even joined the nation, but I had majority of my team denying the vaccine. They signing forms saying, no, I don't want to get the shot. They cleaning out they refrigerators with pork. They ain't got pork in it no more. They fasting. I'm coming to school during Ramadan, doing full practices and working out. And I said, I ain't eat today. What you doing, man? Oh, man, I'm fasting. So them seeing my strength and my discipline was gravitating them to the teachers. Not that they wanted to join, but that lifestyle, being Muslim by nature, they started to say, man, I started to gain some influence out there, and I ain't even joined the nation yet. They thought I was in the nation. I ain't even joined. So.
And I was impressed by him. So I saved it, and I started following him. And I think the next night he came back on again, talking about how he was tired of working a job, and one day he wasn't going to work there no more. He was going to do for self. And I said, oh, yeah, I like this, but let me reach out to him. I didn't know who he was, but I just shot him a message. I said, this is Young Khan Adon. Brother Damon, I gave him a little background about my history in the nation and told him if I could lend my support and guidance in any kind of way, and he needed me for anything, don't hesitate to call. And then he called me about a month or so later. And from there, we formed a relationship. So this was all the way back when he really didn't have a lot of money. He was trying to figure out how to best distribute the Final Call newspaper and get customers and balance his social media with what he was doing in life, trying to go after our people. So I would always encourage him to keep doing what you're doing with the internet and social media, because with the work he was doing, he was reaching more people than you could ever reach in a mosque or a building or a study group sitting on a corner somewhere. I said, brother, you just do what you doing. What God got planned for you is way bigger. No disrespect to no study group. Shout out to brother Minister Louis Malik. Is it brother? Yeah, shout out to brother Malik. Assalamu alaikum. I said no disrespect to them. I know he's a great minister because you a great soldier. So, but what Allah has for you to do is much bigger than those four walls.
So, long story short, though, man, that was a hard situation, and honestly, man, I'm so grateful for Brother Malik during that time. He was a very strong support. He said, I'll never forget that. He said, if you drop out, here's the consequences. If you stay, this will be your consequences. The decision is yours, but I'm gonna support you either way. Man, that was heaven to my ears, man. That was, I mean, that's what I was looking for. Somebody to just say, man, you know what? I support you. You know, you live your life. This is your life. Either decision that you make, I'm gonna be there for you though. And man, I can't thank Allah enough for that at that time, because along with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he was the one who helped give me the strength to make the decision to know that somebody at least gonna be there to guide me and not gonna cuss me out or down me for the decision that I'm making. I'm already dropping out of college. I'm already quitting basketball, which I've been doing all my life. It's already a heavy load. So being fussed at, all this different stuff, man, it was heavy, man. And then being that young, now I gotta pay the bills now, cause I'm joining the FOI. We don't split no bills. We ain't paying 50-50. No, you have to find a way to be the provider for your household. Around that time, you know, about to have a child, I have to be the sole provider for this child. I can't have her going out working and taking care of the child. So all this is weighing on my mind. So to see it now, where everything is full circle. My dad, he's working for me. My mom, I don't retire her. My dad, whenever I need something with my car done, he's coming to get the car. I done heard him say things like, man, I love the teachings. I love to hear Brother Neary speak. He reading the final call one day. Done picked up the final call and watched the Savior's Day message and said, I watched the whole Savior's Day. Even mentioned one time that he was thinking about wanting to join. So to see the results of the teachings of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan come full circle now, and now I am still somebody who has made millions. I am still somebody who have changed the lives of my family. Man, it's truly a blessing, because I seen a video of the minister. He says, whenever you are joining, he was answering a question. He said, when you're joining, don't attack your family, telling them don't eat pork, don't do this, do that. He said, no. He said, you just be an example. You weren't saying yes sir and no sir before. You start to be more respectful. You weren't talking about God. You weren't knowing the scriptures. Now you know the scripture. Now you really living a lifestyle of Jesus Christ, who they say they following. You really following God. You really impacting people. He said they'll eventually come around. And man, lo and behold, man, they done eventually came around and support everything that I'm doing, because they can't deny it. Their family members, who I don't know, but they know, is talking about it. Their friends, their high school classmates are saying, do you know this brother? Now they got to bear witness. Well, that's my son, or man, that's my friend, or that's somebody. So to see everything come full circle now to where they watching, not necessarily me, but they watching Allah work through me, man, that's an amazing feeling.
When it comes to our people, we have to understand that self-improvement is the basis of community development.
Brother next to me is one of the greatest in our generation who has ever come. And I mean that. From the South, the area that has been generalized as one of the most uneducated, broken Negroes, shiftless, ain't good for nothing. He has defied all of those. He has destroyed all of those stereotypes. He has destroyed that. He's a father. He is a big brother. He's a husband. All at a young age, very accomplished, and within a short period of time, a few years, he has shattered stereotypes that have existed for centuries among our people. So, Brother Ben X is a shining star with no equal. In my humble opinion, he is one of those 144,000 soldiers who are coming to the aid of the Christ. He is one of those who will be spoken of in the future. he is one of those who will be one of the greatest examples for our people and who we will read about in history because we will control the narrative, not our enemy. So he is far more than what people know, people understand. And I speak of this like this as his brother because I've been around him. And, you know, his heart really is where it's supposed to be. And I'm just thankful to Allah to be his brother.
I always believed that signs and symbols are for the conscious mind. You know, and I knew that that was a sign and it was a symbol of what was going on physically. You know, to the average person probably would have been, oh man, you know, hey, you know, what a coincidence. But when you're a spiritual person, we don't believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, okay? And we up making video. Let me show you what we're doing. You see, we up making these videos. You see, we up making videos. You see, y'all see. Now this is 2 hours behind. That may say 11, but it's really 1. So we up making videos. But what I was telling the Instagram Live family, I was telling them like, look here, man, all this gonna pay off. Expecting all this just from posting videos or adding my commentary, adding my modern, you know, experiences to what the minister has been saying. Man, this thing became a conglomerate, man. So to go from watching a full lecture, downloading the video, editing the video, putting words on the video, uploading the video. Now I gotta promote the video. All that I used to do all by myself, man, making 5 to 10 pieces of content per day. Now to have a media team that can do this, to now have a media team that can send me a minister clip on a daily basis, to have the media team who can find me a current event, shoot me a current event instead of me having to search for it. It's really a blessing because I manifested it, man. I said this on camera, and this is why I document, because this whole journey of being it is, this documentary is going to show you guys what I did. I literally used to have thoughts at the hotels thinking, man, one day I'm gonna have me a media team. One day I'm gonna be paying somebody else to do this. One day I'm not gonna have to go through all this because I got bigger things I gotta do. But I can't be sitting here watching videos all day, or not because I'm gonna watch the videos, but editing the videos all day because I got to scale. One day I'm gonna be able to pay people to do this here. Just make my content while I'm doing something else. I might be able to get a little bit more sleep, or I might be able to, you understand me, go do some more work. But it's all good, you know, losing sleep and, you know, sleepy, staying up late at night. It's all gonna pay off in the end. See, because we're gonna be good in the hood. In a couple days. And when I say a couple days, it may be weeks, but it may be years. But the point is, we got a goal in mind. See?
I'ma hit the gas once I tap it, I'm gone. Faster than the flash when I get in this zone. Higher than a plane, stay up by my lane. Oh, I do it different and they really can't explain. Let me elevate, let me elevate you. Let me elevate, let me elevate you. Let me elevate, let me elevate you. Let me elevate, let me elevate you.
The first thing that I noticed, the impact from Brother Ben, was the impact he had on Jake to start doing stuff that he didn't know how to do before. And that was really getting on social media, editing his own videos.
Definitely a machine, but he's a representation of true focus. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't know if this is just a Gemini thing, you know what I'm saying? But like, they have this thing, bro. Like, my oldest brother, like, honestly, until I met Ben, really, because Jake is definitely there, but the way Ben locks in is just different. You know what I'm saying? It's his own thing. And I had never experienced that before, unless it was my oldest brother. And bro, like, it's truly godlike.
Many people talk about the law of attraction, but if you really want to be, and it is, it's also about the law of execution. We can have as many ideas, as many thoughts in our head, but if we don't apply it, it's going to stay there. As scripture says, faith without works is dead, and work is how you get your reward.
Yeah, this man's a machine. Like, y'all think anybody out there looking at, oh, he posts so much. No, he really was doing that without us. And he still can. Like, he's a machine. Like, when I tell one of our other executives that, like, she's a unicorn, but nah, Ben's literally like the black unicorn, like, for real. Like, Unicorns are rare. Ben is even more rare because like that's just not. It's not normal. It's not natural to be able to do that. That's a God-given gift to be able to just pump stuff out so much and it hit every single time. I don't think he's missed yet.
Being straightforward, man. I keep using the word poised because it's almost like, man, you never know what Ben thinking. You know what I mean? We could be in the middle of a party or something like that, and Ben is in his mind. You feel me? So he's like a visionary. You know, I ain't never met nobody like Ben. You know, it's like he's sharp. You feel me?
His personality in the workplace, he's very driven. We call him a machine. He's very driven and results oriented, and you know, he doesn't stop. And I think that it kind of came as not like as a shock to me, but to see it in action was like extremely motivating, because I was remote, you know, originally, and I would hear the team kind of talk about Ben being that way, but to see it myself, it just makes you become more driven.
Ben was hungry, but he was like a lot more reserved per se. Like he's not, if you've ever met Ben and you don't know him, he's pretty like shut off to himself. He seems like it would seem if you don't know him that he might be stuck up, but he's not. He's just an introvert. What you see online is typically him being able to express himself without being judged. So until you know him and know of him, you're not going to hear him speak too much. You might hear him say 5 words.
So to have a 15, 14 plus person team, people making 6 figures on the team, and being able really to present the media team with an opportunity that I didn't have. It was very stressful, man, having $10 to my name and having to think about where's the money gonna come from. I wish God would have gave me that position to where I can get paid $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, even $2,000, even $1,500, man, to be creative, and I still can go. I ain't gotta worry about the bills. I can just be creative, because sometimes it's a hard balance when you trying to be creative and what you do ain't as popular. What I mean is, I can film a twerk video and get a lot of views. I can film fights and arguments and get a lot of views. I know the formula to go viral on social media. But to say, you know what, I'm going to stick to the teachings. I'm going to stick to something positive. I'm going to stick to what some people may say is, oh, that's that square, hotep type of stuff. Some people mock that, but I showed that, no, these teachings, bro, is powerful. These teachings can grow. These teachings can grow you. These teachings can save lives. To stay on that, even when my views was 93 views, 23 views, 107 views, now it's 100,000. Now I got over 500 million views online. To see that come full circle, man, is truly a blessing, and I'm thankful that Allah, although I said I wish I would have been in that condition, I'm thankful that He took me through that, because now I see why He took me through that.
Many of y'all are familiar with digital real estate. It's a program that's in over 22 countries, has helped thousands of people. But what you don't know is that it hasn't always been called digital real estate. It started off as I'm money, and we literally had to call people one by one just to get them signed up. Comment by comment, DM by DM. And it started with my sister, Sister Victoria X.
So how did I meet Brother Ben X? So how it happened was over Instagram. I had literally been watching his content for so long. And, you know, over time I had started to watch his lives and stuff. And he started doing like these call to actions where he would say, press this amount, this number in the comments, and then I'll hit you up afterwards. And I'm not even sure what product he was selling or promoting at the time, but he was saying that hit 2 in the comments and I'll hit you up afterwards and send you this link, right? And so because I had been watching his content so much, I was just thinking to myself, like, he is not going to go back and collect all of these numbers. And so what I would do was I would literally take the numbers or like the Instagram names of the people that dropped it to, and I would just send it to them via DM, or I would type it up and I send it to them via email, and I'd be like, hey, check your email. All the people that press 2 are in your email. Or I'll just type it via Instagram and I'd be like, well, these are all the people that press 2. And so that was initially how it had it. My whole goal was just to be of service. It was not even something that I even thought about it was literally just like, okay, I saw that this might be something that, you know, would be helpful. I sent it and I never really even thought about it.
One thing I learned along this journey, when you're trying to serve the people or striving to serve the people, God will send you the right help that you need. As she said, I was just striving to find a way to make it happen. But she didn't present me with an idea. She presented me with a result. And that result that you see today has led to digital real estate.
I Am Money is the course that now is that is now known as digital real estate. So that really was what it was. We got leads off a line and I would call them. And that's how, you know, Brother King Cam came onto the team.
My name is Brother King Cam. And my brand is I teach self-improvement, self-development, as well as digital entrepreneurship. And a lot of the digital entrepreneurship that I learned is through the Paid to Lead Now, the digital real estate course. So as Brother Ben mentioned earlier, I've been in the course since Paid to Lead. And just a little bit with my story, you know, I got on social media, I think with everybody else, Facebook, Instagram wise, 2011, 2012. But really didn't know how to operate it. Got in the class with Brother Ben in 2019, Paid to Lead. So between 2012 and 2019, wasn't doing much of anything but posting selfies and stuff like that on social media. But when I got in the class with Brother Ben in 2019, I started to learn different techniques. I started to learn different strategies from a brother that I myself watched grow on social media.
I called him. I called him from the closet. And that's how digital real estate came up. You know, we did the week by week class. We had, I think at that time we had one guest and every single week, that's what it was. And so that was the first live class of digital real estate.
What we learned in the course from all of the different teachers and learning the different strategies, I've been actually able to grow. At the time I entered into the class, Paid to Lead, I was at about 3,000 followers. And to keep it all the way 100 with you, I had paid for some of them followers because I was just doing a bunch of different stuff on trying to get a following. You know, so I had paid for followers, had bots, had a bunch of computerized comments, all this kind of stuff going on. So really, I didn't know if I would even be able to take my current page and turn it into an organic page with organic following on it. But I stayed with the page and I stayed using the strategies and the different things that we learned in the class. And I've been able to turn the page around a whole 180 degrees.
And then we just use that content and we make that content what is referred to as evergreen, to where now people are able to go and log into digital real estate and they can literally see those classes.
It's a caliber of vision to like combine foresight with present time analytics. Like he's looking ahead, but he's very much so right here figuring it out. And how I would also describe his work ethic is very much so infinite staircase. It's very much so infinite staircase. Like you never see the end of it, but you gotta take every step.
I went to go speak at an event in Dallas for young entrepreneurs. And see this young brother on this white, suited up on this white couch, just kind of sitting on the corner, just like on his phone. So okay, so me and my wife, we find our way to go sitting on this, like it's like a U shaped like white couch. So we go sit on the other side where it's kind of on the opposite side of him. He looks up, he says, so he gets up when we sit down. I was like, but I think that brother just got up when we sat down. She said, no, I think you tripping. I said, no, I ain't trying to be on here today. I ain't trying to deal with these type of people. I ain't got no time. I said, but I want to try something. So I said, babe, get up. So we got up. I said, babe, go get us something to drink. But I'm going to sit back down. I'm going to see what he do. So we got up, and then he sat down. She looked at me. I said, I told you. So then when I went to go sit down, he got up. He goes to the mirror, gets his bow tie right. I said, hey, brother, I don't bite. He looked at me. He said, good to know. And then we end up start talking about basketball, and that's how we kind of found some similarities. And then from there, we went on the stage and we started talking, and go figure, they set Brother Ben right beside me.
So Jake was going in on somebody who was trying to tell us all we need is, $100,000. Let's give everybody money. And in my mind, I'm like, you don't understand our condition. So when I met Jake, I didn't know he was on it. I thought he was just on finances. But I said, oh, okay, he really for the black community. So I started to cling towards him, and then he had me meet him. No, he brought me his book, We Are Sick. I read his book, and then he had me come to the office. And when he had me come to the office, he broke down being your own private bank. He broke down life insurance, saying that you can buy wealth, bro. You ain't got to build wealth. You can literally buy wealth. So if anything happens to you between now and whenever, your family gets $500,000, $800,000. And me being the sole provider of my household, that brought me a lot of peace. Because if anything happens to me, I'm the breadwinner of the family. But now with the life insurance in my private bank and the investments, if anything happened, they still straight. I said, man, I got to get this to the community, because I had the community trust. I had the following. He had the product. So when we married that together, I gave him the digital real estate formula. Let's go live.
So a mogul told me to go get Brother Ben my book. I still didn't really know who Brother Ben was, nor was I familiar with the Nation of Islam. I didn't know nothing. So mogul convinced me to meet Brother Ben at a barbershop. So like, I'll go meet the young brother at a barbershop. I said, hey, where you at? He said, I'm at the barbershop. I said, cool. So I went and brought him my book, We Are Sick, Surviving Financial Cancer. And in that book, we statistically and scientifically prove how consumer debt is the number one cause of death in Black America. And so his attention peaked up, like, what? Just with insurance? So I began to run him down the game just like I would anybody else when it comes to private banking. So he asked, could he come and record my next session? And it was at my apartment, and I was training some agents. So they came to my apartment. He giving the game. He's seeing me like teach it. I'm talking about it. I'm training on it. And then he chops it up and he puts it on his Instagram. So in the meantime, now I'm kind of consulting. I'm teaching him. He becomes a client, becomes one of our clients. And then he begins to chop up our videos and put it on his page. At the time, I only had like 2,000 followers on Instagram. So I was like, bro, like, it's cool. I don't want to be on your page. I just want to give you game. And it would be great if you were a client. That's it. So it blew up online. Black brother talking about how to be the bank. And then it got just so crazy, his marketing. We couldn't even tell, or we didn't know where the leads were coming from. We just, brother been here, brother been here, brother been here, brother been here, brother been here. But so I said, okay, listen. You got too much impact. Listen. We need to do business. In the meantime, he was in a little partnership where he was getting the worst end of the stick. Like, he wasn't getting no money. And I was like, bro, we sent y'all this. He said, bro, I only got paid like $400. I said, bro, we sent y'all $3,000. Look at this right here. And that's when he was like. Then we start doing business directly. And then I offered him equity with the company.
So being here with Brother Ben and Jake, I literally have no choice but to believe in manifestation, but to believe in faith. I have no choice but to, because I seen it.
Yeah.
So I fully believe in it, and seeing them basically accomplish all that they said they would. Jake has done everything that he said he would do. Brother Ben has done everything that he said he would do. I have no choice but to believe in it and to know that it's possible for me. So with him having this book, I think it's very important that he is going to be able to raise the level of consciousness to our people, so they can also believe that they can have the things that they want. I just kind of started doing small things for them, just really not even thinking. Like, it was really someone asking me. Ken Stevens was asking me, like, hey, you should make this, and he was giving it to Ben and Jake. So like, I don't even think they knew I was doing it. Changing their faces on Will Smith and Martin Lawrence on the Bad Boys posters and things like that. Like, on some of those other like movies, and I was just doing it and letting it get sent in. And then eventually they became basically one of my clients as I was growing my company, and I was just doing graphic design subscription for them. And that turned into a full-time position. It turned into me moving to Dallas.
I'm just honored to be, having him as my mentor. He's my mentor. I'm his mentee. So having him as my mentor is huge, man. I came into the company, I was a infant entrepreneur. I just decided to become an entrepreneur, didn't know anything about running my own business, running my own company, marketing, branding, didn't know anything about any of that stuff. And I knew I needed some help. And I was also searching for some spiritual guidance. So me searching for spiritual guidance first and foremost led me to Brother Ben. And then following Brother Ben, listening to him, him, promoting the minister heavy and a very good student of the teachings. I was just learning from that, and then me chasing that spirituality, me trying to, like I said, find my spirituality and get more comfortable with it, led me to Ben. And I had no idea that he was such a marketing genius, that he even had a course and curriculum. So once I found out about that, I signed up for his course, Digital Real Estate, and I just started learning and started growing. So throughout that process, I just was applying what they was teaching, and they saw my growth and reached out to me and asked me to join the ABS team. And man, it's been a magical experience. My whole experience with Brother Ben, my whole experience with ABS, BWO has been magical.
He's been doing this for 10 plus years. He's been the same person for 10 plus years, and it's been amazing to watch it.
Me and Jake have a nice long talk, about purpose and being in your gift, you know what I'm saying? And what he would want me to do if I came over here. And Ben was like the second half of the interview almost. It was like, all right, this is how much we want to give you a month. This is how much we want per week. He was like, now, Ben about to go to the Guitar Center. He was like, you got your camera with you? I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, well, go film him at Guitar Center and let's just see how it go. And I don't know. I would love to hear how Ben was feeling during that day, but his energy was up. I ain't gonna lie, like, I shot like one shot, and Ben is Mr. Let Me See It. Brother, can I see? Can I see? And I saw it, he was like, oh! And that was his first day rapping in his own studio. So that was a whole thing, you know what I'm saying? That's when he recorded 400 Years.
Through the power of the tongue lies life and death. So one must ask themselves, will I choose life or will I choose death? Kun fire kun, he spoketh and it became. Be and it is. Thrive to find your flame. Dig deep to claim your name. In the midst of your pain lies your inner game. Kun fire
You
kun.
cannot argue with a result. And the result is sitting right here. Like y'all see it, we see it, I see it. Kun fire kun. Kill the snakes and wake up the God within. And that's so powerful because a lot of people, man, they always searching externally for happiness. You know what I'm saying? And if you understood that you was a God, if you're gonna call yourself a God, or if you call yourself a goddess, why do you have to search externally for something to make you happy if it's a God within you?
Listen, little bro, I'm excited to see where your life is right now. You have no idea the future that you have. The ceiling is literally not existent with you. Keep speaking things into existence and keep manifesting your life, because every single thing that you thought about, wrote down, verbally proclaimed has come true. So don't stop dreaming.
I would like to say to Brother Ben X, thank you for who you are, for the consistency of who you are, because just being around you since I've moved here and you being a constant force and presence as we, go about our, daily routines here, it's appreciated.
I want to tell him that I told you so, and I think that the surface is just being scratched.
I appreciate you for actually being consistent and showing yourself approved. I appreciate the fact that you have made a way for creatives to be creative.
You don't give yourself enough credit. You don't give yourself enough credit, bro. Now I understand you get humility, right? You know, and the superpower that is as you come to understand who you are and your confidence and what you've been placed here to be by the Most High. But I think that, bro, you gotta really elevate. Like sometimes you just gotta leave. You just gotta fly. You know, sometimes, man, they gonna be on the ground, and that's not saying to forget. But like, man, I think you're just so, like, you can see it. You see it so clearly. You know what I'm saying? You a pilot. Hey, you know what I'm saying? When you take it back to your assessment, bro, you a pilot. And sometimes, man, you're not always gonna be flying a plane with a bunch of passengers.
You set a really great example, and your energy really does just keep us going. And I'm inspired by, you know, your story, your life, who you are, you know, as a brother of the nation and student of the minister.
Look here, Brother Ben, brother Dr. Ben X. You know I love you, man. You know, with everything in me. I always say that, you know, flesh and blood can't reveal the way I feel about you. You know, we've been knowing each other for almost 5 years now, and I've never felt an impact of a person the way you've impacted me.
I'm your brother, man, and I'll tell you this. I don't care what anybody has to say about you. I got your back. That's a fact. You call me, whatever you need. And for all of those who know, you know, I think it goes without saying, I will lay down my life for this brother. But I'll stand with him to protect whoever else first, shoulder to shoulder as a soldier. So I will give my life in sacrifice, but I will also give my life in service with him to help our people. I prefer that. Yeah. But if the war comes, bro, they got to come through me first.
You, but I'd rather live.
God, come on, man.
Absolutely.
And that's a fact. I think the feeling is mutual.
Assalamu alaikum, soldier. You already know, black man, that I love you dearly. I'm very proud of you and the accomplishments that you have done. May Allah continue to bless you with success. And please, as I always tell you, soldier, stay focused and make sure you keep your eyes, ears, heart, mind, spirit on the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Hey, Brother Ben, man, I want to let you know, bro, I love you, man. I'm somebody that's watched you grow, watched you glow, watched you shine, you know what I'm saying, watch you in your prime, and it's always going to be love, man. You can hit me up anytime. That rhyme. Ooh, that rhyme too. But nah, Ben, I love you, bro, man. Keep doing your thing, and I'm always here. Just all you got to do is holler at me.
I do love you. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing for your family. I just want to thank you for showing the way for other black men so that they can have a blueprint or a way to go, or thank you for teaching them or helping them be a better man or a better, you know, person. I'm proud of you. You know, I tell you that all the time. And I love you.
Hey, look, man. Hey, life is very, very unlimited right now. The sky, you know, there's no limit to the sky here. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm watching, the world watching. You special. I'm proud of you. I seen you from a shorty putting in work to get to where you at. I'm extremely proud of you. I tell you that all the time. Give you your flowers. Man, just put it like this last 15 years of watching you, man, it actually been amazing to me, because it's been like a movie, and I just want the other people that come in contact with you to know that, man, you dealing with somebody that's special, and I think he's handpicked by the world to be who he is.
You told me that you've seen great things in myself, and if you were not a part of my life, by Allah's permission, determined to change would never happen. I wouldn't be an author of a great masterpiece that is helping thousands of other people. You know, you helped me with that. And I just want to say, man, I'm thankful every single day. And I love you. And you are a savior.
Brother Ben, I just want to say thank you for being an example, even for an old fart like me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your love deposit. Thank you for your commitment to your mission, to your family, and also to the community, man. You know, you got a lot of people watching you that support you, and I know it's probably hard, man, to try to be what you are trying to be and what you represent to so many people in the community, man, being pull. But just know, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep fighting. And you know, like I say, man, fatherhood over every hood, man. I love you, Brother Ben. I mean that.
Ben, I would just like to give you an honor of from your childhood upbringing to now. And you know, it was my family and the kids that I coached growing through AAU, and my sons and his friends, all of them know you, and we is very proud of you. You have did something to change a whole lot of lives. You have touched a lot of people, and you've made a lot of people believers. Whereas that, you know, you can't do this from even with the basketball, you know, your dream. This dream is way bigger than the basketball. This is a whole nother dream. You is in position to lead a whole entire world. This is global, Ben. I am so proud of you.
What's up, brother? You already know what time it is, man. I came to do this interview for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do your thing, man. I'm proud of you, man, from brother to brother. Never been a hater, you know what I'm saying? Everything you continue to do, continue to be great, and continue to manifest your greatness, and to continue to spill that out to the world and let the world know who you are and that you're present, and continue to build your legacy. And I'm proud of you, brother. Real talk. Love.
You've given examples to people who look like me, that there are ways and possibilities for us beyond basketball, because you quit basketball when you were at the top of the game. You quit sports when you were at the top of the game. You had just gotten shouted out by Chris Paul, I believe, and you quit. And you stuck to your own guns. You understood what you needed, and I appreciate that, because being someone like myself who was at the top of his game and got hurt, seeing that there was a other way, other possibilities, was very inspirational in my journey as well. So I appreciate you, and I thank you for being who you are.
Sometimes I do get discouraged and feel like, you know, with the personality that I have, like, dang, will I really get, you know, as far as I want to? But just seeing as far as you've gone, and the drive and the consistency that you have motivates me to continue on the path that I'm going. So thank you so much, Brother Ben.
And don't let nothing or nobody discourage you, get in the way of what God has for you to do, because He has given you a mission. And you are obligated to stay on that mission until He removes you from the face of this earth. But you will never die, because you are so entrenched into the hearts and minds of millions, and it will soon be billions.
My name is Brother Ben X. This particular episode will be about Mama A, which is my mother, who picked me up from prison after 10 days old. So this process is going to be about her being my foundation and my rock.
I thank Allah for your birth mother, and I thank Allah for your real mother, Mother Adrienne.
Miss Rose used to always tell me, you're not going to ever have your own kids, because you wasn't put here to have your own kids. You always got one on your hip, one holding your hand, the other one pulling on your clothes. So you're put here to take care of other people's kids. So I've been raising kids since I was 12. His biological mom is my first cousin. So I was always telling my cousin about his older sister, give me that baby. Let me take care of this baby. And then she said, well, once you write your cousin and she's in jail again, once you write her, maybe she'll let you have this baby. So I wrote her, and she agreed. She gave birth to him. They took her back to prison. I drove from Irvin to Galveston and picked him up.
My creativity, I believe, started with just my upbringing. I'm born in prison, and so as I analyze the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan talk about how we're shaped and molded in the womb, We can feel what the mother feel. We can feel what the mother is thinking. My mom being, with me being born in prison, I'm sure she had thoughts about not being confined, not being controlled, not liking to be in an area where, you're oppressed. And so when I thought about like entrepreneurship was something I never kind of like feared or doubted. Like I always believed like I could do that. I never wanted to have a job. I never wanted to be going to school every day because it just felt like control. I wanted to be free. I wanted to do whatever God put on my heart. And I feel like that was instilled in me through what maybe my mom was feeling. I was known at South Oak Cliff High School for selling candy and eyelashes.
He was doing hair, eyelashes, the candy, the drinks.
My mother was my first supporter, my first funder, my first bank. She used to go buy me bulk candy, honey buns, hot Cheetos, things of that nature, and I would flip it for $1 at school, and that's how I was able to make money. So she would teach me about, hey, this costs $36. The money that you made, you re-up, put that back into your product. We can go back to Sam's and continue to flip. So I sold Gatorades, Big Texas, Snickers, all kind of stuff at school. So I was known for that. I got my first camera around 2010 because that's when I started my YouTube channel, around 2010. And we got that because I just wanted to film my basketball games. So before I even joined the Nation, I already had the mindset of do for self.
He did one, I think it was some kind of video thing he recorded where he was on the news, but he wasn't in the news, and it was something like an accident and something happened to Ben Quan, like he had got killed or something, and everybody started calling my phone, and I'm like, why are y'all calling me? Ain't nothing wrong with Ben, he's sitting right next to me. But he had it on his movie thing. Did you remember that one? When people was calling here talking about what happened to Ben, and somebody said Ben got killed in a car accident, but he was on Channel 5 News. He put himself in Channel 5 News, is what he did. He was just playing, and everybody kept calling him like, ain't nothing wrong with Ben, he's sitting right next to me.
For me, having 21 biological brothers and sisters, and I never really got a chance to interact with them growing up. And so with me having, being the only child, having 21 biological brothers and sisters, I had to create sisters. I had to create brothers in my mind. So that's where the skits would come from, where I would interview myself, I would interact with myself in the videos.
No, do I have a brother? I'm just saying, because somebody just came in here with their shirt off saying they my brother and they look just like me.
And another one, he was doing something where I worked with my friend, and she was like, when did Ben go to the White House? He just walking up and down the sidewalk at the White House. I said, yeah, it ain't never been to no White House. And that was her first interaction with him. She was like, this boy gonna be something. Yeah. And I come to work the next day. I said, okay, I need your help. He wants to do his own business.
As I got older, I had a business called DFW Fly Distributors.
I need to get some flyers together so we can create him a business, and that's how he started his first business when he was 13.
And this was basically a business where I would pass out flyers for different businesses and business cards and things of that nature, and charge at that time 5 cents per flyer. She got this idea from listening to someone else who had a similar business in another state. So I ended up implementing that business.
And he would have this one guy that would give him like $500 every weekend to pass out his flyers. But I was the one passing out the flyers in the sun. Him and his dad was sitting in the gym playing basketball.
Of course, at that age, I was heavy into basketball. So I had AAU games, I'm traveling. And man, when I had AAU games, on certain weekends, she would be the one out there passing out my flyers, along with my uncle and my best friend Boogie. She came up with the idea she would print out the flyers at her job, bring me the flyers for me to go advertise myself. So I would go door to door to different businesses, letting them know, hey, we DFW Fly Distributors. We gonna pass out your flyers in DFW. And she would be the one that would do that whenever I was busy. So I was kind of like a entrepreneur business owner back in middle school.
And from there, he went to me and one of my best friends' created him some flyers, and from there he went into the flyers. Made him get a job. That's when he was working at Starlight. I'm like, everybody quit there. They worked there 2 or 3 weeks and they quit. Oh, I can handle it. So he worked there. Then he quit. Then he went to FedEx. Then he quit from FedEx. And it was just YouTube, social media from there. That was it.
I'm getting money, nah for real, 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 nah for real. I keep it on, nah for real, 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 nah for real. Just got a new road, nah for real, 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 nah for real. They call me big home, nah for real, nah for real, nah for real, nah for real, nah for real.
So my entrepreneurship spirit started from her because I just wanted to help her. She did so much for me. Anything that I wanted, anything that I needed, as far as cameras, tripods, laptops, I can always go to my mom for that, and she would support that. So I always wanted to see her have some type of freedom. She was always at work. When she came home from work, no matter what was going on in the family, she would always cook. She would always make sure the house clean. I mean, just did her job. And she never had a chance to do things for herself.
She means everything to me.
You have shown me different roles that I needed to know as a young lady.
We can call you no matter what time it is, no matter the day it is. I know you're going to always push through for us.
Kind, giving, always welcoming spirit. You make people feel like they have this special bond with you. And I definitely feel like I have a special bond with you.
Hardest working women I've ever known. And I just want to say congratulations, Amy. You deserved it.
Thank everybody for showing up today. As y'all know, somebody done spilled the beans. I don't know which one of y'all it was. You already know what today was.
Congratulations, Adrian. And if anybody deserves it, you do.
Was you aware that Ben was going to retire you?
She did, but she didn't.
Man, I just knew somebody was gonna spill the beans. Matter of fact, my mom all throughout that week had been asking my dad what we got going on.
When Tay called and asked her what was her favorite colors.
First, she asked her what's her favorite color.
And then it took me, Ben, tell your mama to go get her hair fixed.
Then we had to tell her to get her hair done.
He said, you got your hair fixed? I said, no, I'm sitting around here looking like Buckwheat's sister. Go get your hair done. For what? We having a company thing and I just want you to meet the people in the company. Okay? So the whole week, about 2 or 3 days, did you call them people to fix your hair? No. When you gonna do it? I don't know. So what y'all got going on? My baby keeps saying he gonna retire me. He been saying that for a couple of years. I was supposed to get my pink slip 7 years ago. Ain't nothing going on. I said, okay.
And then she just knew, like, over the years, this is something I've been wanting to do. So the beans actually was being spilled already because of everything that was happening. But my Uncle Carl is the one who spilled it. I found it at the end. Everybody thought it was my granny. It wasn't my granny. It was my Uncle Carl.
But then my brother-in-law texted me.
At the end, he said that he ended up texting her,
congratulations on your retirement. I said, thank you, but I ain't retired yet.
Because he had thought I had already did it and he didn't know what was going on. So this is why when you're trying to plan a surprise, make sure, double check, everybody involved, even their husbands and even their wives, know what's going on. So it was actually my Uncle Carl who spilled the beans. But at any rate, man, I still enjoyed it. I think she was still surprised. I don't think she knew everybody was going to be there. So just to see her there smiling and everybody there celebrating, and to hear everybody's testimonials about her and how she's impacted them, still was a black-tastic event, even though she kind of knew what was about to happen.
I done been there with Ben through TV football and everything. I'm proud of it. And I'm more proud of you for what you're doing for your mama. And they'll do anything for any one of us at any given time.
I'm proud of for my kids, for me and my kids, and everything you've ever done.
You are a wonderful person with a good heart. And we just wanted to let you know we love you.
And on behalf of our deceased mother, I want to say thank you very much for being a strong black woman and taking care of my little brother the way you have.
I thank you for being my sister and Angela, and I love you, and nothing I want to do for you. And Ben and all my other nephews, I'm very proud of you.
And I thank you and I appreciate what Adrian has done for herself and her children and her husband. Adrian raised a good man. He's always been respectful and he always have had a hustle about him. And you don't see too many young men like that. Yeah. So I'm congratulating you on your retirement, but I'm also congratulating you for my son-in-law.
It felt amazing and most importantly, relieving for me to be able to do this for my mom. Many don't know I was born in prison, and she was she is my biological mother's cousin. So she don't have any biological children, but I look at myself as her biological child because she sacrificed her life to make sure that I had everything that I wanted. It was beautiful for me because I have tweets where I was talking about like wanting to do this for her since I was like in middle school. It's something I've always wanted to do because she's never had a time where, you know, somebody provided for her. She was always like providing for everybody else. My dad ended up getting his leg amputated, and you know, he was getting his check from, you know, Social Security or whatever, but it wasn't enough to pretty much cover the bills. So she never was able to like just be 100% in her role of being a helpmeet or, you know, doing something around the house. Like it always had to include working, and she had to worry about that and think about that while raising me to be who I am. So to be able to retire her and see her, you know, take a jet for the first time, go to Puerto Rico for the first time, go out of town, not to watch me play basketball or for work, but go relax, you know what I mean? If it's go on the beach, you know, I think that was her first time like really being able to relax on the beach. Anytime she had to spend money, it was always for somebody else, me, my dad, my niece. Now, you know, she could have some money in her pocket, go live, you know, go eat, go do something. And just to see her smile and do that, man, was amazing. I'm grateful that I was able to do that before she transitioned, because it's been a long time goal of mine. Everybody that I work with knew that that's what Brother Ben wanted to do, was at least retire his mom. So the fact that I was able to do that was amazing. She said, I'm going to take care of you, you know, I love you to the moon and back, and I'm going to take care of you to my last breath. And that was so deep because as I think about, you know, what happened, it was past her last breath. A few days after my mother transitioned, I received a call from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
I heard about her, and she took you from the time you were a baby and raised you till the moment of her passing. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Then I know how you feel, brother, and I know the pain. And I'm calling you because how you handled this is the biggest trial of your young and precious life. What did she pass from?
It was they diagnosed her with MSD, so she had a rare blood disorder, and so she got infection in her blood, and then they said that she was bleeding because her blood pressure was dropping but they couldn't find out where she was bleeding from. So when she had surgery and they went in to look, they still couldn't see where she was bleeding from.
When you was going through cancer, was he in school?
No.
How
3 years cancer free. On his birthday is when I rang the bell on June 6, 2018. So I have 2 birthdays. So I rang my cancer free bell on his birthday, but I never let him see me. I had to put him out one day and make him go to the hood, as he called it, and leave. And when he came back, it looked like the house was a tornado. I was looking for that gun. I said, "Where's that gun?" I took it with me. Why? I said, "Because I was going to shoot myself in the head." I knew you was going to do something. That's why I took it with me. Yeah, but that chemo is no joke.
How was Ben in that moment?
He never knew, because I never showed it.
He never seen it.
So he didn't.
I didn't show him anything.
He knew that you had cancer though.
Mhm.
And how was he then?
Oh, he was sending me all kind of videos and articles that the ministers say you should be doing this and how to eat to live and do that and this here cure that, and I had all kind of videos he had sent me. What's the guy that used to do that juice? The one that died. What was his name?
Dick Gary?
Yeah, he used to send me all that.
Oh, the doctor said
Do this, and then another guy that was telling him how they cure cancer. He was sending me all kind of stuff.
You beat it. Congratulations. You gotta get that.
When I made it to the hospital that day for my mom's surgery, I didn't expect that that's the last time I'll see her breathing. When I first got to the hospital, me and my wife were walking in and my mom is laying on her hospital bed, and basically she had just got her vitals checked. She seems normal, she's in some pain, but she's still herself, telling jokes. But she says something towards the end before she's taken out for surgery. She says, "I've ran my race." I recall my wife saying, "Don't say that, don't say that." She says, "I've ran my race." I'm confused. I'm thinking this is just my mama being my mama, always saying something crazy. But in reality, in this form, she ran her race. As she's being wheeled out of this particular room to go into surgery, I'm looking behind her as she's being wheeled off, and she raises her right hand in a manner as if she was saying farewell. Now when she gets out of surgery, my dad goes back to see her, my uncles go back to see her, family members go back to see her. Now it's time for me and my niece to go see her. My niece goes in first. She's in the room. I go in the room. When I go in the room and I see her on these tubes, breathing through this tube, it's kind of hard to see. She's not conscious at this time. I'm not in the room more than 5 minutes. Something goes wrong. I see the nurses rushing into the room. They're rolling this little thing in as if something is wrong. So they're asking us to kind of move out of the room. I'm not even knowing my mom is flatlining. I'm standing outside of the room now, and I'm seeing them pump on her chest. They pumping on her chest, I guess trying to revive her back. I don't want to see it, so I step around the door. And as I step around the door, I'm sitting here like, man, I know my mama not about to die. I just know this is not happening right now. As I go back and kind of peek in, because again, I don't like seeing this, all I see is my mom's body just jumping up and down because they're trying to revive her. She's just moving and she's like lifeless as they're pumping on her chest. When I saw that, I fell to the ground and started crying. The next thing I hear is my dad say, "Y'all can stop, y'all can stop. Let her go in peace, let her go in peace." And that was it. Mama was gone. I knew this day would one day come, but I never thought it would come. Later I found out that she came and picked me up at the age of 28 as a baby. Later I realized she returned to Allah at my age of 28. As I look at it, hindsight 2020, after the business, fell out and she had to go back and get a job temporarily, man, it was like, as I'm even thinking about it now, it was all in God's plan, because if she did not go back and have to get a job at State Farm, she wouldn't have had the life insurance that she eventually gave to me after she transitioned. So if she would have stayed retired with our company, she wouldn't have had that life insurance, you know. So State Farm was able to offer that due to the short period of time that she had to go back due to transitioning in business. So everything, I mean, that's only God that can put something like that together. Her last breath was the way that I was able to get money in a time where I was like at my darkness. I'm talking about we making millions of dollars a month, and then the company comes crashing down, not because of something that I did, but because, I mean, I'm taking a hit because I'm one of the founders of the company. And I got less than $3,000 in my bank account at the time because the money that I brought in from my program went to a past program or a company that I was with that I ended up having to leave. And all of my people that follow me technically already got my program. So me trying to relaunch it was hard and difficult because technically they already got it. I'm covering 2 households at the time. Well, I'm still covering 2 households. So that was a part of the reason why I had less than $3,000 in the bank account. So it's not that I'm not making money, it's that my money is having to go because of the responsibilities that I have. And the fact that all of her insurance, no matter what, was just me. Like, it wasn't my dad, it wasn't like my brothers, like it was just me. I was the beneficiary. Obviously because she knows that other people are gonna pull on me as well, I assume, but that literally was what saved me, and of course making a good investment with the money. So once I got that money, I was able to put it in an investment. And what's funny is the brother that I invested with this program, I had been seeing him talk about this program for years. But around this time, right before she passed, I said to myself, man, I want to stop depending on sales. I'm never going to stop sales. I'm always going to teach people how to grow their business online. I love that. That's the root of like how I was able to free myself. But I didn't want to keep depending on that for bills. So I said, I need some passive income. Soon as I find out about this program, not find out about it, I give it some attention. I say, okay, I'm going to do it. This happens. So I put in the $2,500 that I had. I end up finding out that I got more life insurance money from her than I thought I would. I say, man, I'm finna dump it all in there, what I got to lose. And it saved my life, man. It's literally been what has been able to help me pay all the bills that I have, cover the multiple households that I have to cover, and it's all passive income due to this program. So we'll get into the program on the next episode, but literally her passing, she still was able to take care of me and help me and save me even after her returning to God. So, yeah.
You're not laying your mother to rest because she has returned to Him who created her and sent her into this world for the specific purpose of nurturing you for His glory.
Yeah. I've been thinking about you lately, mama. Got so much I wish I could say. Wish you was here to hear it, mama. Wanted to tell you we opening up school, teaching our young men and young women what to do. Everything you told me about life coming true. Yeah, you the truth. I don't know where I would be without you. Yeah, I'm getting a divorce again. Wasn't just me this time I heard your voice again. You said don't rush, but here I am on this horse again. Pay for my choice again. I'm getting my lessons, how I'm paying for this course again. Me and Jake Ma, we finally talked and made amends. You be proud to see us laughing, being friends again. I can hear you now, telling me that you my only friend. Shaking my head laughing, knowing you probably right again. If I could tell you now, I'd tell you I'm fine. Tell you that your baby boy still out here on his grind. I done lost some love, but I still found my mind. And every time I win, I can feel you behind. If I could tell you now, I tell you I miss you when I'm all by myself. I constantly need tissue when the tears get to falling. Some think I got an issue with a mama like mine. Not a word from them can fix you. I miss your wisdom. You always saw through the act. You could look me in my eyes and saw that I was pulling back. Now I think about your words when I need advice. I can feel your spirit teaching even when I sleep at night. Sometimes I wish I could tell you all the good I've done, all the people I've helped, how far I've come. But success don't mean nothing when your mama ain't here. I trade all the fame just to have you near. You be smiling at me now saying I'm proud of you, son. And I know that you is, so I already won. And I know you smile when you see me teach, cause I'm just living what you told me and always try to preach. If I could tell you now, I'd tell you I'm fine.